Well, hello, Garden City and all our surrounding neighbors. We're back, and it's good to be with you again tonight. I just wanted to mention real quick that we did attend the Music in the Park. It was wonderful, had a great time. Also, the Autos for Autism event was huge and very well attended. I heard they did really well raising money for Berger School. And the Garden City Garden Club had their garden walk, which was very successful as well. Good turnout. Great things happening in Garden City, that's for sure. Welcome to episode number 585 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It's Thursday, July 28th, 2022. We're so happy that you could be with us tonight. We hope you're all safe and doing well. I am your host, Kerry. Also joining me tonight is former City Councilman Mike Jones, which you can see he is not here. So hopefully Mike's going to join us a little later. Also, Doppler Tom is not going to be live with us, but he did send us a recorded weather segment. So you're going to want to stick around for that. And we'll get to that shortly. I know you're all expecting all 5 candidates tonight. I had a long explanation about tonight's show and the missing candidates. Well, it is what it is. Am I disappointed? Of course. But I'm more disappointed that my listeners will not have the opportunity to ask their questions, so they will be able to make an informative decision when they vote. And I will say I am disappointed in the somewhat negative comment council candidate Kim Dold made on my Garden City Community Chat promotional post on Facebook. Quote, "My philosophy is not to participate in any negativity during this election." End quote. Never in the over 12 years of doing this show have I ever promoted or been a part of negativity. I have always been fair. For those that know me and are longtime listeners, you know that I have always welcomed anyone to the show without discrimination, and I will continue to. And just to clarify, I did offer several alternative dates as well as various numerous emails. I do not harbor any ill feelings towards any of these candidates. I wish them well. And as always, the Garden City Community Chat Show welcomes everyone who wants to join us. Welcome to the world of politics, folks. So that leads me to our guests for tonight. We will have Garden City Councilwoman J. Lee Lynch here to answer your questions, and we'll get to know her a little better and see what she would bring to the table as far as improving the community and moving the city forward. Also, council candidate Denise Stabley was supposed to be here tonight, but she is not feeling well and is very disappointed she is missing the show. But don't worry, we'll have them all on again before the November election. But first up, our very own meteorologist, Doppler Tom, will have the latest weather forecast for you. And then hopefully when Mike comes in, he'll close out the show with some important community announcements that you won't want to miss. And if he isn't here, I will do that for you. So grab your favorite beverage or snack, and we hope that you'll join us for the next hour or so. Now tonight, if you have any questions or comments for our guest, and you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, please go ahead and write them in the comment section. You can also text your questions to 734-788-9319. We also want to take a minute to say thank you to all of you who listen and support us every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our communities, other communities as well. We really appreciate your support, and we'll always continue to promote our community and yours. And if your community organization has any events, announcements, or cancellations that you would like to get out to our listeners, all you have to do is email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we will get those out for you right away. Mike will not have a problem doing that. Okay, let's get Tom in here now with a check of the weather, and then we're going to spend some time chatting with our guest, Councilwoman J. Lee Lynch. So stand by.
Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away.
After a little bit of a rainy weekend, this week started out much more on the cooler side, relatively speaking. Kind of in the low 80s the last few days. We're been creeping up today. We were into the low to mid 80s today. And that trend will kind of continue as we get into kind of the next few days. As of right now, I don't see any problems with precipitation for the rest of the week or into the weekend. So if you have any outdoor plans, it's looking pretty good. A lot of sunshine. Temperatures will be kind of in the low 80s as we get into tomorrow. As we get into Saturday, we'll probably get into the low to mid 80s again. And then as we get into Sunday, we'll probably get a little bit warmer back into the mid to upper 80s. So a little bit of a warm up as we get into the weekend. And this kind of warm up will kind of continue as we get into next week. So if you like the heat and you want some more, we're definitely got some more, because as we get into the month of August, we're definitely going to see the increase in temperatures next week, starting kind of into the mid to upper 80s to start on Monday and Tuesday. And then as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we'll probably get back into the low 90s again. So warming back up to the hot temperatures as we get into next week. As of right now, the only concern I have for precipitation will be on Monday, as a little system will be moving through the region. Some of this rain with the kind of high humidity out there as we get into Monday could have some heavy downpours. But as of right now, it doesn't appear to be anything significant at this time with severe weather. But other than that, it's been fairly dry this week. Not a whole lot of precip, just a little bit of rain at times throughout the week. But overall, it's staying fairly dry as we get into next week, and much more warmer out there. Expanding outward and quickly talking about some other weather, it's been fairly busy across the country. A lot of flooding as well. St. Louis got some flooding over the last few days. Kentucky is now into the flooding as well. The West is staying very hot and dry. I mean, they're dealing with the Pacific Northwest is dealing with temperatures nearing 100 degrees out there. The Southwest is actually getting into the monsoon season, so they're dealing with a lot of rain and thunderstorms as well. So the country has been fairly busy with active weather moving through all throughout the country. But for us, we're dealing with a little bit of a cooler week to start, and now it's starting to warm back up. So if you're ready for the summer heat, Richard, we're definitely going to get back into it as we get into the weekend. So enjoy it, because it's going to look like a nice dry weekend, getting much more warmer out there. And then the warm up really increases as we get into next week. So if you want to keep tuned to any of my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Good job. Let me say, give a shout out to some of the people in there watching. Michael Bengo's in there. How you doing, Mike? Garden City Fire Chief Kathy Harmon is in there. Our number one fan, Kathy Ward. Ed Wilhite from Hogg's Backyard Barbecue. He was at the Music in the Park, and let me tell you, he's got some really good barbecue. So I urge you to try that as well. And then there's Mayor Randy Walker from Garden City is in there. How you doing, Mayor? Thanks for watching. There's also 12 others in there watching. Can't see who they are, but thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. All right, let's introduce our guests for tonight. I want you to please welcome Garden City Councilwoman Jaylee Lynch. Hello, Jaylee. How you doing?
Hi, Carrie.
Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for inviting me on the program. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Sorry, everybody else couldn't be here, but hey, I'm glad you're here, and we're going to ask you some questions, okay?
And I think we're going to have some fun.
Absolutely. All right. You are running for re-election, correct?
That is correct.
You want to explain to our listeners just how many seats are up for grabs? We have 5 that are running for how many seats?
Okay, first we have a 2-year position. And for people that know, we don't have 2-year positions anymore in Garden City. But when Councilmember Kerwin had to step down for her new job, that left. So with that, we have a 2-year unexpired position that we have 2 people running for.
Gotcha.
And there's 2 people on council that are open. I'm running to retain my spot, and Mark Jacobs has decided to run against the mayor for the mayor's position. So we have 2 other people that are running for that open position.
Okay, that explains it pretty simply. Now, you've been doing this for quite a while now and have years of experience, I know. Give our listeners a little background on your service to the community and also what you would like to see looking forward to the future if you're reelected for Garden City.
Sure. Well, my background is quite extensive because, well, I first moved into Garden City when I was about 6 months old.
Oh, wow.
And many of the things I've done, even as a child, was more community service oriented. I've been involved with the JCs. I've worked on many programs and projects in Garden City with the JCs when they were still around. Helped with Clean Florence Park. I'm sorry, my phone's ringing in the background.
Hey, live internet.
I've helped clean Garden City Park. I've painted fire hydrants. I've worked on many programs with the seniors and with youth groups.
Mhm.
I've fundraised money for many different groups and organizations within the city, including I was on the group that helped to purchase the very first thermal imaging camera that we bought for the fire department.
Oh, wow.
So worked on updating tables and chairs and books in the old library. I'm a member of the Kiwanis Club. I have been a longtime member of the Garden Club. I was on the Friends of the Library. I worked on the Goodfellows and helped to raise money for the Goodfellows and the Mayor's Committee for Underprivileged Children. I packed and distributed food boxes. And then as a city representative, I've represented the city on the Michigan Municipal League
Right.
and the Conference of Western Wayne, attending meetings and throughout the city and involved with committee work as we do small committee work.
Mhm.
Also attended Garden City University, and that's all I can think of off the top of my head at the moment.
Well, that's pretty extensive, I have to admit. All right, I have some questions, a couple questions here from our listeners, okay?
Sure.
Would you be in favor of hiring a marketing director to get some businesses more interested in Garden City and filling these vacant buildings and property now that's available?
The simple answer is yes. The more complicated answer is Garden City is such a small community, and I know the DDA, part of their mission is to market the downtown DDA area.
Right.
So, yes, we need to market, but I don't believe that we have enough to do for a full-time marketing director. So what I'd like to see is a marketing director who is also our city planner. I think between the 2 jobs, that would be a perfect amount because not only would they be helping with the planning process, but they could also work with marketing. And you know, one of the best marketing tools we have are other happy businesses in Garden City, because as they are happy, they talk to other friends possibly who want to start businesses or move businesses, and they can help move them to Garden City.
Mhm.
So I think the next step, and I know that the city manager is working on it, but with the Radcliffe Center popping up right now, it kind of put it on the back burner just a little bit, is here an intern who's going to be able to take an inventory of all of the out areas, such as Cherry Hill, Inkster Road, Warren Road, all of the businesses that are on our out areas, find out which ones are vacant, what types of zoning they have, and to compile a complete chart for something like that. Then we can look at it, look at the square footage available, and start to make some sort of a plan to move forward in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's most definitely the most important part before we can even hire somebody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
All right, moving on to another question. How do you feel about the library lawsuit, which is a hot topic? You know that.
I
And
do.
the division it's created between the city and library and the residents. How will you hopefully bring them back together again? It's tough.
First thing I have to say is some of the division has been created not by the library and the city per se, but by other people that have gone on social media and keep agitating the situation. How shall I say?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, don't believe everything on social media. That's for sure.
Absolutely not. The library is a very complicated situation. I don't know any council member who is opposed to the library, as has been said before. I think we're just maybe those that aren't happy right now are because of some decisions they've made, not just at the library as a whole entire entity, because there is a place for a library in Garden City. If the library were a business and the business owed the city money, the residents would be all over the council and the city wanting us to collect our money.
Mhm.
The library owes us a significant amount of money. And if it were just $5,000 or $10,000, we probably would have just waved it off and said, okay, lesson learned, let's move forward. But it's a significant amount of money. So we have to take the steps, and we tried to come to a meeting of the minds. And in the end, we couldn't get any forward movement, including we wanted to move forward and get an arbitrator and say, okay, here's what it is. You decide if money is owed or not and how much the money is. And the library wouldn't bite on that one either. So we're kind of left with no recourse other than to collect the money for the residents, because it is the residents' money.
Mhm.
As far as bringing the library and the city back together, I hope I already helped to make one of the first steps in that. I had somebody who wanted to rent some rooms for a GSRP preschool. And I talked to the city manager, and we figured out that putting them in over at the Maplewood building would take care of a couple things. We weren't exactly sure what we were going to do with Maplewood once we moved into Radcliffe, but we rented out the Balmoral wing to the GSRP program. Well, that takes care of keeping the library right exactly where they are, and they still have a home. And we're working on trying to offer them a contract. We've been going back and forth, the city and the library, trying to negotiate some sort of contract that'll be beneficial to both groups. And they can stay in exactly the space they have, or we've offered them more space that they could also rent to expand the library area. So I'm hoping that that's going to help soothe some of the wounds. And we're just going to have to leave it up to the courts, unfortunately, to decide who owes the money or not, and how much or not, and move forward with that.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate, but
It is.
I understand. GSRP, what is that now? Can you explain?
It's Great Start Readiness Program. It's a state-run program, and
Okay.
it's free preschools that you see that pop up, and it'll say GSRP program. So it's a state-run program with federal money.
Okay. Okay. Mrs. Chat says all this volunteerism you do while raising her family and working in education. Yeah, you can't forget the education part, right?
Right. I like to keep busy. How shall I say?
Yeah, you do. You do.
It's very rewarding too. It makes me feel good to know that I've helped to make a difference.
Yeah. All right. I have another one here, and this was recent from Monday night. What are your thoughts on the marijuana motion failing Monday night? And then to follow up, Michael Bengal in there, he says he was confused about the vote.
Okay.
They,
The marijuana situation, as everybody knows right now, we have three, I'll call them companies or people, for lack of a better word, that have what we call the golden ticket for medical marijuana.
mm-hmm.
It has been suggested that we opt into recreational marijuana.
Hmm.
Not everybody on the council is so thrilled with that idea. Some don't like it just on the premise that they don't want the recreational marijuana. When you go to the city of Wayne or Westland and other cities included and get it, they don't feel that Garden City needs to also have the marijuana for recreational purposes, even though they don't deny anybody the right to be able to smoke or have edibles for marijuana.
Right.
Problem is, I, as well as a couple other people, believe that if we open this up right now at this point in time and recognize that those 3 that have the golden ticket for the medical marijuana haven't even opened yet. So over 2 years, and we still don't have a business open. So I'm afraid that by doing something to include the recreational marijuana, and we're going to end up with a lawsuit one way or another, and we don't want a lawsuit for the city of Garden City.
Well, how long, Jaylee, how long can they sit on them before they open, before they have to?
We did not put a time deadline because we expected that they were just going to jump right on it.
Sure.
One of them had been in business before, and I think that one business has been moving forward. They've been building, and they've been doing a beautiful job with it. One hasn't done anything yet. So we're kind of stuck with that. I know that the feds are supposed to be looking at taking marijuana off the prohibited list of drugs.
Yeah, you mentioned that Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, even though Michigan, we can have marijuana, it's still against the federal laws. So I'd like to see that one cleared up in the fall. And Michigan has been talking about doing some other tweaking to its laws. I'd rather postpone this particular item, move it till after the first of the year, once we find out what direction the others are going in, because what we decide might be a moot point anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want a lawsuit.
Yeah. Well, just how would they sue the city? I mean,
they're, first of all, recognize that anybody can sue for any reason.
sure.
But let's say we gave it unlimited over in the industrial area because we'd want to keep it in the industrial area. Right away, 3 people already have that golden ticket and have maybe some of the best sites over there. Well, if everybody that wants to do it can't get in there,
Yeah.
well, they can sue because we already gave away 3 of the best sites, and that's not fair. There's many different ways that they could sue, call it not fair. And I know, like Westland, they've paid a good amount of money, and even though they won their lawsuits, they've spent like $500,000 or better on lawsuits, and we don't want to do that in Garden City.
No. I mean, that's at our expense. I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I know
the
Mark
other
Jacobs wants
question-
to continue to have the lawyers come in at our expense, but you know,
And I was willing to listen to another lawyer. However, we've listened to 2 other lawyers, and I truly believe that this is just a little bit too quick. We need to wait until after the first of the year, but they charge $300 an hour. You got travel time. They'll spend 2 hours here. Hopefully they won't charge us for going back home. It's a lot of money.
yeah. And you already had one lawyer in there, right, that tried to explain everything.
And our own city attorney has already explained it to us as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as the other question goes, whoever makes a motion, they have to get the majority of the vote in order for their motion to pass.
Right.
So 3 people voted yes on that motion, and 3 people voted no on that motion. So that means they didn't get the majority of people, so the motion failed.
Okay. Now, can that
That's
motion
why
be brought up again or no?
It could be brought up again, but to be very honest, I'm not sure how I would vote to bring it up again, because how many times can you talk about this same thing, knowing that there's possible lawsuits and decisions coming down from the feds and the state that impact what we're going to do anyway?
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, it is a good idea to probably table it until after the first of the year, then revisit it, see where, you know, the feds are. And
Right. Because, and here's another question that I have. Once the feds okay this and take it off the list, what is going to happen. Which rich person or company or companies in the United States is now going to go, it's legal. Let's jump on this and start buying out all these big companies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
And
can
then
see
what's going
that.
to happen to the mom and pop shops?
Yeah,
You
right.
know, there's no right answer yet. And I think I'd rather be more informed with what's going on with the feds and the state first.
hmm
I make any kind of final answer for Garden City.
Yeah, that makes sense. It really does. Fawn Salvatore's in there. How you doing, Fawn? Good to see you. She says, I think Jay Lee does a wonderful job and cares about our residents. I'm disappointed Denise couldn't be here. She has some wonderful ideas to move the city forward. Hope she feels better soon. Yeah, we're disappointed too. And I know
Mhm.
she's very disappointed she couldn't be here.
Yes. And
Let's-
I know she was going to try, even though she wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
And just obviously wasn't feeling well enough to even get on camera. So,
Right. Shannon Coffey, who was on our show 2 weeks ago, she says dispensaries are shutting down nationwide. It's turning into the avocado market of the late 90s.
I totally agree with her. I mean, the price has gone down already for a pound from about $500 at its high down to about $135.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So they're going to be closing. It was a great get rich quick situation, but
Yes.
that it's been going on. It's not going to stay that way.
Right. That's another thing. People think that the city's going to get just handfuls of money because of this.
No, 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 no.
It's just not there, is it? It goes to the state, then the state divvies it up.
If they decide to divvy it up.
Right. Exactly.
Mhm.
And you're
Because when we first opted in, the medical marijuana, they were going to give us money for that. And since then, they've taken away all medical marijuana money.
oh, wow.
So what do you
know
do
that.
then?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Plus, you can't even get them to open. You only have one that's moving forward out of three.
Right. Right.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, we can move on to another question.
Okay.
Can you please clarify the situation with the thrift store?
Oh,
Are
sure.
Are they going? Where are they going to be? I know people are, upset that they might be losing the thrift store. If you can explain.
Losing the thrift store, unless the thrift store itself decides that they don't want to operate any longer.
Okay.
City manager met with some of the staff from Maplewood along with the senior volunteers and explained to them what he would like to do over at Radcliffe and how he would like to involve the seniors in that store. And that store, as he proposed it, would be being able to sell drinks and snacks to people that are within the Radcliffe Center.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to sell T-shirts and sweatshirts with Garden City, Michigan on it, hats possibly. And as the seniors take craft classes, or they had, at one point, they used to have a craft group that would make, one person might be crocheting, another one knitting, another one doing needlepoint, making jewelry, whatever. They could sell that type of stuff at the store also.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the group liked that idea and want to be a part of it. The other half of the group wants to stay at the thrift store. So
Oh,
what was said was, okay, we'll do both then.
okay.
So the thrift store will be able to stay right where they're at.
Huh.
And we will move forward over at the Radcliffe Center with the other group. And then we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully they stay. A lot of people really depend on that. They like, going over there shopping and donating items. That's for sure.
Mhm. The only unfortunate thing that happens over at the thrift store, some people donate with a purpose and send really nice things over there. And people simply clear out their closets or whatever and throw it all in. And they have such a surplus of boxes that haven't even been open yet over
It's not that large a space either. I mean,
No, it's not.
it's really jammed in there.
Yes. And I know they have a $2 bag sale every day.
Wow.
Perfect place for people to go if they're buying blue jeans for growing kids and stuff like that. Go over and pay $2 and take some of the inventory off their hands so they can open some of the other boxes.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's really some great deals over there.
Absolutely.
Michael Bengo says, thank you very much for the explanation, Jaylee.
Oh, my pleasure.
The marijuana. All right. One other question from our listener. Any bites on the Kmart property or dealership property? This might be a good start point for the marketing director.
Okay. Well, Kmart property, I hope that the DDA is making contacts because that's within the DDA area. I know there's still the for sale sign. And as of what I heard last, I haven't heard anything as far as moving forward with that.
Well, that's a nice piece of property there.
It is. And a lot of things could happen there.
Yeah. Because, we're so landlocked here. And then
Yes.
we do have property available. You just can't seem to get them in.
And we never have anything that large available.
Right.
Yes.
Right. It's huge. Yeah.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, LA Fitness, that fell through. They backed out.
And it's too bad because if COVID had not hit, they probably would have built. But once things slowed down for those 2 years, their other places weren't making as much money as they would. I can't blame them. It's unfortunate though, because it would have been a nice addition to the city.
Right. Right.
And as far as the dealership goes, that's out of our hands. It's my understanding that a company from California bought the dealership.
Okay.
They're sitting on it. They're paying taxes. They're keeping it clean. Unfortunately, it's still empty. And part of me wonders if they don't want to have another dealership come into Garden City and compete with one or the other of the dealerships. I don't know.
Now, I think originally, didn't Suburban there?
Yes, they did.
Own that?
Yes. And it was my understanding when they bought it, they had plans to move into that and to create a small dealership.
Yes.
Then some things happened at their corporate levels and they changed their plans.
And here we are, the Garden City, stuck in the middle.
Yes, exactly. As long as they keep it clean and neat, we can't complain. And they're paying taxes, so what we can do is sit on it and keep contacting them once every so often and see if they've decided on something and maybe we can help them.
Yeah, Michael says it should have been a new Kmart store. Kroger store. Yeah.
The sad thing about Kroger is the former Mayor Paletko of Dearborn Heights had a contact with Kroger, and he learned that either the Dearborn Heights, the Warren Road in Westland, or the Garden City Kroger was going to close. So he started working with them right away to make sure it wasn't the Dearborn Heights Kroger. We had no knowledge that they were going to close one of the Krogers.
Wow. Yeah. From what I understand, our Kroger was like number 7 in the state as far as business. So,
but they couldn't expand is what the problem was. And I guess Kroger's in other states, maybe Ohio is one of them, was actually more, how like Target and Myers, they have not only the food items, but they have other items.
Yes.
That's how they are in other states. And that's what Kroger wanted to do was expand.
Almost kind of like the Meijer model.
Yes. And that's what Mayor Paletko was told because he and I had a long conversation about that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd just like to see a store go in where I could buy a pair of pants in Garden City.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes, it would. All right, let's see. We're getting down to the end here. How soon will the new community center at Radcliffe be open to the residents, including the exercise room, etc.? Any idea?
They're working on it now. That's the first part of it.
Okay.
I was told that, well, right now we have some of the senior programming already moved into Radcliffe. They've been moving it out. Originally, it wasn't going to be until December or January. They've been moving it out and building. They're on the dance floors right now. They took walls down between rooms, but they're waiting on the supply chain to get the wood so they can finish that up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what part of the problem is. The exercise room, they've ordered new equipment. They're waiting on supply chain for it to be delivered.
Yeah.
So each thing is going to start up by fall. The dance classes will be in session. This little thing and that little thing will be added as we get those rooms finished. I know they're looking at buying computers. That's kind of a hot commodity right now too, with
Yeah.
computer chips. So
Right.
they're working on all those things as the supply chain allows.
Okay. Well, I know I'm on the Commission on Aging, and we had our meeting over there, and let me
Mhm.
tell you, it's quite a difference
Yes.
in Maplewood, that's for sure. It's going to be, hopefully, I hope it's a destination, for people to come to Garden City and enjoy it.
It should be a destination not only for other people, but for Garden City residents, because there'll be something for youth, there will be something for seniors, there will be something for the older teens and for the young adults. They're planning on having classes and programming that'll accommodate everyone.
Yeah.
That is so welcoming. I'm so glad we have the more room to be able to expand like that and make it a true community center. And then if Warren Evans were to come through with the money that we've been asking him for, we could build a full-size gymnasium onto that building and expand it even more.
Can you imagine that? We could have adult basketball and in the evening and all kinds of stuff. It's
Absolutely.
right.
That's what we've always wanted in Garden City.
Yep.
We missed out when they were passing out federal money so long ago, and Inkster and Wayne were able to pick up on that money. Garden City didn't get any of it. So now we're finally getting a community center that we can be proud of, and it's going to look good too.
Well, hopefully we're going to get a state rep and a state senator that's going to represent Garden City and, come through.
Amen to that.
Amen. Because we've been so underrepresented. It's sickening.
Yes.
Let's see. Mike Leica from Aquachem Solution Carpet Cleaning. He does a great job too. He does our carpets. He says, great info. It would be nice to see council members on your show more often throughout the year. I watch the council meetings, but this is more detailed. Thanks. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. Well, I offered to have him on, but you know how it goes. It is what it is.
Yes.
Michael Bingo, they screwed up big time on that one. The parking is terrible in Westland. Yeah. Let's see. Shannon says a roadside Kohl's would be amazing. Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I could handle that. I know my wife would too.
I broke.
Yeah, I hope that they get that exercise room open soon over there. I just graduated from my pulmonary rehab. I'm doing really well, and I just want to keep it up, at least 3 days a week.
Yes.
So
And I know they've ordered the equipment because I double checked on that one today.
And I know there was something about the floor. I think they have that cushioned floor.
Yes.
And that's been a problem trying to get that too.
Yes.
Supply chain. It's just everything is a supply chain, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's crazy. Well, look, Jay Lee, it's really been a pleasure to have you. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing, answering the tough questions. Anything that you would like to say before we go?
Nothing other than, first of all, thank you for what you do, Carrie, because having this program, it gets residents the opportunity to talk with people through your chat program and find out what's going on in all different walks of life. So that's wonderful. And also the fact that I really have enjoyed my time on council, and I would like to extend my time one more term anyway, so that I can see all of these things that we've been involved in come to fruition. I can't wait to watch as the Radcliffe Center grows and develops, and the program that we're doing with the fire department as we're adding on to the building. I mean, that's going to be amazing for the new fire truck, the new ambulance that we have ordered. We're going to be putting the sleeping quarters in so that each firefighter has their own room. So that means it'll be really nice to be able to hire female firefighters as well as male firefighters, and nobody has to listen to each other snoring.
Right.
In itself. And those things are all free money to us. It's the ARPA money. It's a state grant that we were given. So some of these things, I just can't wait. We've been working so hard and so long to make good things happen in each of the departments. And I just want to see this grow and flourish and continue.
And be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's some great things happening in Garden City coming up. That's for sure.
Yes, there are.
And like you said, that's free money. That's not costing us anything.
No, it's not.
So, all right. Well, I urge everybody to get out and vote. That's for sure. Get those ballots in.
That's right. And with the primary coming up this week, Tuesday, those that still have those absentee ballots sitting on their countertop,
Yes.
filled out and go drop them off at City Hall. Make your votes count. And then come November again, there will be more to vote on.
Exactly. Exactly. Kathy Ward says, thank you, Jay Lee.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah. Kathy's our number one fan. That's for sure. She's always in there watching. I appreciate it. Well, look, thanks again for being here tonight. It's been a pleasure. You answered some great questions. We wish you the best of luck in November, and we hope that you'll be back again before the election, as all the candidates are welcome back.
I was going to say, invite me back, and unless I have something that night, I'll be here.
I'll give you well in advance warning.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Once again, contact Councilwoman Lynch at jlynch, Lynch, at gardencitymi.org. Correct?
Correct.
All right. You take care, and thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks, Carrie.
Have a great night.
You too.
All right. Jay Lee Lynch, great job. Great job. Answered some tough questions there. Really appreciate the questions too from our listeners. That is awesome. I am so happy you pay attention like that. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Did I miss anybody? Mike Alika's in there. Okay. I did say, oh, here's one. Jan. Boy, I don't know. Shesko. Sorry if I mangled your name, but thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Anybody else? That's about it. Okay. I wanted to mention real quick, if you are a small business owner and would like to be featured on our show, you can contact us either by emailing us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook at facebook.com/gcchat. We are here for you and would love to have you on the show and be a part of promoting your business for you. Also, we encourage you to check out the Garden City Business Alliance, which is recognized as the chamber for Garden City. For more information, go to gardencitybusinessalliance.org. Remember, the next city council meeting will be Monday, August the 8th, 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middlebelt Road. These council meetings are a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns you may have as well. Remember, the primary election is on August 2nd. Please get out and vote. Get your absentee ballots in as soon as possible. I'm hearing there's about 60% that have been turned in so far. So let's have a good turnout and get them turned in when you can. All right, let's get to some community events. It looks like Mike is not here, so I'm going to handle the duties tonight. So let's get to it. All right, we have the Neighborhood Watch is back, and let me get rid of this thing. There you go. The second Tuesday of every month, 7 p.m. at the Garden City Police Station. Share this with your neighbors. The next meeting is August the 9th. Take a bite out of crime. Also, No Kid Hungry, Share Our Strength, Michigan. Garden City Public Schools 2022 Summer Food Service, Monday through Thursdays. Breakfast 7:30 to 9 a.m. Lunch 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. June 27th through August 18th. So we still have a few more weeks of that. It's located in Garden City High School cafeteria. Enter through the food service doors. Preschool story time. Join us for stories, songs, and crafts at the library. This program is intended for ages 0 to 5, but older siblings are welcome on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's at the Garden City Library, 31735 Maplewood, Garden City, Michigan. Also, Guys and Dolls. My wife, Mrs. Chat, went to see this, and she said it was wonderful. They did a great job. You still have a few more shows available, unless they're sold out. I know Len Fisher said that they're just about all sold out. You can get tickets for $18, hopefully, or get on a wait list in case somebody cancels at inspiretheater.ticketleap.com. Check it out. I guess they do a wonderful job. Lego Club, join us for creative imaginative building. We'll have mega blocks for young kids Fridays, 2 o'clock to 4 p.m. And that's at the Garden City Library over there on Maplewood. Tipton Academy's 5th annual rummage sale started today, July 28th through the 30th. The 28th, they had early bird, 8 a.m., $2 donation to enter. Regular hours, 9 to 5. Located at 29205 Florence in Garden City, in the gym behind the open field. Hundreds of items priced to sell. Most items $5 or less. Wow, that's a great deal. Bring a bag of bottles and be entered to win a gift basket. Brought to you by Tipton PTO. End of summer reading bash Saturday, July 30th, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Garden City Public Library. Boy, they got a lot of stuff going on there. It's free. Join us for lots of fun. Here's the schedule of the day. 1 to 2, petting zoo. Carnival games, cotton candy and snow cones. 1 to 3 o'clock, bounce house, face stenciling, balloon twisting. And 1 to 4, classic car show, vendor stalls, raffle baskets, 50-50 raffle, and much more. And that's at the Garden City Library. This is also Garden City Library, a little bit more information on the classic car show. Saturday, July 30th, 1 to 4. Car show vendors, free bounce attractions, free petting zoo, free face painting, 50-50. Bring the family and enjoy. Call us at 734-793-1830 to register. Free for cars. Vendor booths are $10. That's a good deal. Like I said, Tuesday, August 2nd, polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Election Day for the primary. City Hall is closed August 2nd, except for election business. 21st District Court is open. You can go to gardencitymi.org/vote for more information. This is a big event in Westland, the Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, August 5th and 6th. Delicious barbecue, cold drinks, and great music. Sights and sounds are free of charge, so bring the family and friends. Join us for our drone show and fireworks on Saturday at 10 p.m. They do a really great job there. We will be there, so I hope to see you there. Family fun time Saturday, August 6th from 2 to 4 at Central City Park. Let's see, this is put on by Growth Works. Bring your family out to Blues, Brews, and Barbecue during our free family fun time for crafts, inflatables, interactive activities, music, and much more. So that's going to be a big event, and I think it's going to be in the 90s again. Every time we go there, it's hot, hot, hot. BNM Fest is back on Main and Center by Michigan Now Festival in downtown Northville. We have some listeners out in Northville. We appreciate that. August 5th, 6th, and 7th, featuring Michigan-made products, live music, social distance, Kids Zone, book signings. Fago's going to be there, all kinds of USA, the Ville. For more information, by michigannow.com. Stroll, shop, sip, savor, and stimulate your local economy. All right, and Music in the Park. The last one is coming up August 18th. American Ages Band will be performing. They are an East Side band, and from what I understand, they're like the #1 cover band on the East Side. So should be some good entertainment. I'm pretty sure Hogg's Backyard Barbecue will be there with some more good barbecue. That is presented by Gordon Chevrolet, the DDA, Tipton Academy, Amazing Dental, Planet Smoothie, Carrot Stick Sports, the Straight Farmhouse, Two Archer, Salon, J&J Taxes, and more. Garden City Mini Golf, Liberty Tax, Shakely, Garden City Nutrition, Garden City, Michigan. Live bands, food trucks, business vendors, games, raffles. If I'm not mistaken, Kiwanis is going to be there. They're raffling off a cornhole, custom cornhole set, and they will be giving it away that night. So come to Garden City Park. It's from 6 to 9. Last one, July 21st, was really good. The weather was fantastic. American Legion Post 396 is having their 10th annual golf outing Saturday, August 20th at Inkster Valley in Inkster. Check-in is 8 a.m., tee-off, 9 a.m., shotgun start. Registration fee is $100 per person. Registration fee includes 18 holes of golf, breakfast, lunch, on the turn, and dinner. There will also be a 50-50 raffle, basket raffles, golf prizes, and course challenges. $15,000 if you sink a hole in one. Boy, would that be nice, huh? Wow. That's awesome. Don't forget the 10th annual Cruisin' Hines with our good buddy Don Nicholson, the car guru himself. Nothing but the classics, August 28th, 2022. CruisinHines.com for more information. 7.5 miles of 2-lane park. All vehicles must be 25 years old. That is a big event for them. This is, let's see, free and open to the public Patriots Day celebration. Dak Demmer Ford sponsoring it. Harmony Town Chorus. They have been on our show and they do a fabulous job. 11 a.m. to 11:30 is a pre-show. Ceremony starts at noon, so arrive early. They will be in concert. It's an outdoor event. Bring your own chairs. That is September 10th, 2022. So it's going to be a fun time, and that's going to be at Notre Dame Hall, 3144 South Wayne Road in downtown Wayne. So be sure to check that out. And we're into December, if you can believe it. They are looking for quality crafters, direct sales spots, limited, must confirm availability. Garden City High School Holiday Craft and Vendor Show, December 3rd. Mark your calendars. Garden City High School Vendor Show. Vendor show at gmail.com or facebook.com/GCHS Craft Show for more information. And we have a craft day. Saturday, August 6th, $6. It's at 11 a.m. at Radcliffe Center. That's at 1751 Radcliffe in Garden City. Also, Garden City Middle School Pom-Pon, Sparkle and Shine Car Wash. Donations accepted and appreciated. July 31st, 12 o'clock to 5. Family Heating and Cooling, 30210 Ford Road. Go over there, get your car all buffed up for them. And that's it. That's all we got. Wow. Oh, that's a lot going on in Garden City. Let me tell you, this little town really rocks. You know, you gotta believe it. If you can't find something to do in Garden City, there's something wrong. All right, let's see what else we got here. I did mention to email us if you'd like to come on the show. For now, we do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office. Share your information with us and the surrounding communities. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. And with that said, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. Special thanks to our guest, Councilwoman J. Lee Lynch. You can contact her once again at jlynch, Lynch, at gardencitymi.org. Also, a big thanks to my co-host, meteorologist Dr. Tom Iwinski. Does a great job. And a huge thank you to each and every one of you for sharing part of your time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook. So we hope that you'll catch it later at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late tonight by going to facebook.com/GCChat. You can also catch us on our YouTube channel by going to YouTube and searching for GC Community Chat. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. And please subscribe while you're there to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. And as always, we continue to thank the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe. And we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. They need us now more than ever, that's for sure. Times are tough out there, and we got to support them. We like to promote community unity. So let's spread that unity and support one another. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate. You know, the numbers are starting to go up again and people are getting COVID. So if you have that vaccine in you, you'll weather it pretty well. So, but if you don't, could be bad. And if you see something, say something. We need to look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DrTomsWeather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there. We will see you right back here live on Facebook and YouTube next Thursday, August 4th, 8 p.m. So until then, we hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for listening. If you would like to contact us here at the chat, once again, our email is gccommunitychat@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Please have a very safe and wonderful rest of your week. And please get out and vote on August 2nd. Get those ballots in. And let me check if we have any other comments here. Thank you, Michael. He says, great job. Great one-man show, Carrie. Thank you. Yeah, one-man show. I don't know about that, Mike. I'm going to have to, I don't know about him. Yeah, I'm sure he had a good excuse, though. Let's see. Emmy Thren, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Kathy Harmon, thank you. Everybody, thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. You guys take care and have a great, great night.